Hello there! I'm back today with another simple card for you on today's episode of Simply Saturday. Today we'll be using this stamp set, which I've used a couple times before. It's called Handmade Wishes. We're going to be using some of the different images this time than I have used on previous videos. I'm going to be starting with a card base made out of the basic white thick cardstock. So I have my piece here and it is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored and folded down the center at 5 1/2. So this is the design of our card base for today. I have a piece of designer series paper, and this is from Sweetest Christmas. This piece, let me double check. This piece measures 2 1/2 inches by 5 inches. And then I have a coordinating piece from the same packet of paper. This piece is 1 1/4 inches by 5 inches. Then I have a little scrap of cherry cobbler. This is only a 1/2 inch wide by 5 inches. All right, this is going to go, oh, and then I also have a scrap. We're going to do our stamping on this scrap. So let's go ahead and do some of our paper here. We're going to attach this first piece to the front of the card. In this packet of paper called Sweetest Christmas, it is a lot of peppermint prints. So candy canes, stripes, and it's all basically in red, green, and a little bit of blue. It's a nice packet of paper. Some of the back sides are red prints, some are green prints like this one. So now I'm going to attach this piece. Oh, there's a nice view of one of the stripes. See, it's got that little bit of blue in there, and I think it's Pool Party, if I remember correctly. All right, so I'm going to attach this, leaving a little bit of space between the green paper and the candy cane paper. And then we're going to cover that space with this strip of cherry cobbler. Okay, like so. So the basic design of the card, as you can see, is pretty easy. The designer series paper kind of sets the stage. Then we're going to use our stamps and also coordinating punch just to get our little decorating and sentiment on the front of the card. All right, so this is pretty much done. We're just going to set it aside and do our stamping. I'm using this wonderful stamp. I just love it. It's a frame. There's 2 of these. This one has the dotted edge, and this one has more of a solid edge. So I'm going to stamp this in my Memento Black ink just on a white scrap. And I know that the direction I'm going to use it in is going to be more of the diagonal or the diamond shape as opposed to square. So I went ahead and stamped it this direction. All right, we need to choose some stamps for our words. So let's take a look here. I think we'll go with Happy Holidays on this one. So I've got Happy Holidays. We'll probably use a couple other little images, but let's get these on here. I will use my cherry cobbler, and I'm trying to remember, I think I'm going to use shaded spruce on this one. All right, so in shaded spruce, I'm going to stamp the word Merry. No, what are we doing? Happy Holidays, happy. And I really like how this little arched stamp fits right here nicely. There's happy. And then in the cherry cobbler, I can add holidays right there in the center. I was a little wiggly. Let's see if it looks okay. Yep, we're all right. And then how about, let's see, let's use the holly and the berries. It's a very cute stamp. In fact, in this set, there are 2 of the sets of holly leaves. So if you were doing something where you needed more leaves, you could actually do them quite quickly. All right, I think I am going to, I'm imagining this. Okay, let's drop the berries in first. The little holly berries. We'll put those right down here in this little curve. And then maybe 2 sets of the holly leaves. Like so. That's cute. Okay, now we have a coordinating punch that goes with this. So I'm going to go ahead and punch the shape out. It's easy to line up. I can feel that I need to trim the bottom edge of this just a teeny bit so that I can slide it into the punch just a little bit easier. So let me trim that off. All right, that's going to fit better. I love the way that our punches can be flipped over like this. You can see what you're doing, line up your image, and then punch. Okay, let's see where this is going to go. All right, I kind of like it hovering over all 3 papers. It kind of creates a bridge over the area. And I feel like this needs one extra little something. So let me grab some twine or ribbon. Let's see what I have here. This is the first time I've done this card. I mean, I have a similar one that I'm going to show you at the end, but wasn't quite sure what direction I was going to go with this. All right, so... All right, this the camera is going to move. I apologize. I need to slide it for just a second. All right, I'm just going to grab some white baker's twine and show you a little treatment that we can do with this. Let me get a length of it. Okay, I've cut a long length of white baker's twine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my little tag over. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And I think for this application, I'm just going to use a little bit of seal. So I've got my Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to put 2 little strips here. What that's going to do is just help me to anchor my twine. So with the twine, a couple different ways you can do this. You can kind of wrap it like this, almost making like a loose little nest. Okay, this would be one way to do it. You can also do more like a, almost like a figure 8, where you're going to go back and forth. Back and forth. This is what I'm going to try to do and see if I like it. All right, so I'm just looping back and forth. It's still very free form. And then what I'm going to do is stick it. Let's see, where's the top? Okay, that's the top. I'm going to stick it kind of on a diagonal. Sticking out a little on each side. See, and I can just press it into my adhesive to kind of hold it. Now I'm going to take a peek and see if I like the effect. Okay, that is exactly what I was going for, so I'm going to leave that there. Now, that is in place. That's going to hold the twine in place. Now I can add just a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals And it'll not only help me attach this little tag to the card, but it's also going to anchor that twine in a couple of spots. So I'll use a total of 4 dimensionals on this. And let's peel those backings off and we'll attach it to our card. Now, this little trick you can do with a narrow ribbon, you can do it with twine, you can do this with linen thread. And what it does is it just gives a nice, soft, little loopy effect that kind of softens the edge between the tag and the paper. Isn't that nice? All right, and I think what I will do is add a couple of rhinestones just to get this a little bit of bling. So I'm going to go with, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to do one on this side of my tag. I'm going to go for 3. I think I'll do one on the tag. So I've got one here, a second one here, and then I'm going to come down farther into this area, creating kind of a triangle. These two are a little bit closer to each other. This one is the further one away. That's always a good rule of thumb. And there you have it. Now we could also put a little image on the inside. So let's do that with our berry and leaves. How about at the top corner? A lot of times I do something in the bottom corner. Let's go ahead and do it in the top here. Mix it up a little bit. And I think I'll do my leaves like that. There we go. And there you have the inside. Again, another very simple, very quick card that you can put together using some of your holiday paper. Let me show you one. I did this one with a retired designer series paper. This was from some paper that had come out at Christmas time in 2021. And I love the little deer and the buffalo plaid. And then I used a different kind of twine that I had on hand for that one. Same stamp set. I used the Peace, Love, and Joy words, but from the same stamp set, and also the same image with the frame, and then punched it out. And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching our episode today of Simply Saturday. I look forward to stamping with you again next week. Bye.